Welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Azur Comet spell. It is quite simple to acquire. You basically have to be in the point in the game where you've activated the Grand Lift of Dectus. You do so by getting the left and right halves of the Dectus medallion at Fort, I believe, Feroth and Fort Heights, which I have a video on and a guide so that you can activate it. It is not very far into the Elden Ring story, so you shouldn't be too far off. If you're not there yet, then you definitely don't need this spell yet, because this spell does require 60 intelligence. It is a mid-game to end-game kind of spell, but however, if you spec into intelligence, you can get it pretty quick. So, from the Erdtree Hillside of Grace, once you do arrive here, it is not too far up from the Grand Lift of Dectus. You're basically just going to want to head up these rocks here. Now, we're going to have 3 bosses along our way to get to the Azur Comet spell. However, you are able to skip all 3 of them if you like. When you get to this lake area, you will fight the Tibia Mariner. He is a ghost boss that looks pretty cool. He's in a little canoe. He summons enemies to fight you, and if you defeat him, then all the enemies will despawn. But there's also some enemy skeletons in the area that will not, so watch out for them. So basically, once you get to the ruins, you just want to go all the way to the left at the back side, and then you're going to get to this site of grace here, which I would recommend activating so that you don't have to make this big journey again here at Mount Gelmir. Now, from the site of grace, basically what you're going to want to do is just follow the tunnel along as it goes for a little bit. Really, all you need to do to get this spell is just do a little bit of walking. It's about 2 to 3 minutes of your time, and you'll get Azur Comet, which is well worth it in my opinion. Basically, just go about your way here and avoid the environmental hazards. When you see those little fires go up and they do their action twice, on the 3rd time they're going to spit up, but there's a lot of opportunities to go around and rocks to go on. So just make your way through here, get the golden seed there, of course, and then once you get to the little divide, we're going to hang a left, which is right here, and then we will go from there. So for now, just follow the path that I take all the way into the castle. It's pretty much just a straight shot. So just a little bit before you do reach the castle, I would recommend getting this site of grace here. That way you don't have to worry about getting all the way back around if you do die, as there are a good bit of enemies in the next area. So just keep that in mind. And of course, just skip past them as we have been all the rest. So basically when you get to the castle part here, hang an immediate left and just go straight. There is pretty much no chance you can mess this up. You're going to just look for a big lava pit, which again, if you go on the left-hand side and go straight, you will get right to it. And basically there's going to be another boss here. This is boss number 2, the Magma Worm. You might have already fought one before in another area. He is not here because I have defeated him already. But basically you're just going to go around the lava here on the right-hand side of the rocks, and then you're going to continue down the path. So for now, follow the path that I take. I'm not going to speed it up so that you can follow along easily. I will get in touch with you at the next site of grace, which you will see in just a minute. Again, it's just a lot of traveling, but it's worth it for the spell you receive. So once you notice those big shacks on your right hand side, just go ahead and hang a right in towards them and get this site of grace here, as you're going to need it, and we are very close to where we need to get to. Now we are going to go ahead and skip past all these guys as well and just continue down the path. Basically, once you follow down the path here, there's really no way to mess it up. Just keep going straight, and then you're going to run into the hermit village here, and basically you're just going to want to skip past all these people. They're all going to aggro you. I wouldn't even waste your time fighting these guys, as they're going to be a problem. And now you're going to see this big pointy rock ahead, which means we are where we need to be. Basically, Mr. Wizard Azur is going to be on your left. Get the site of grace here immediately when you arrive, because this boss will attack you on sight, and we'll have a bunch of other enemies that will try to fight you as well. But once you defeat her, or if you wanted to, just skip that factor, completely ignore her, and then talk to Wizard Azur, which is just right beside the site of Grace here, as you can see on the map. This is where we need to be. And yeah, basically all you're going to do is just turn around, talk to him, and he will give you the spell, to which you can then go sit at the site of Grace nearby, equip it. It does take 3 memory slots to equip. That's okay. It's worth it for the damage it outputs. Hopefully you have more memory slots, and also killing that boss gives you one as well. I hope that this guide was helpful, and I will see you in the next Elden Ring video. Enjoy the Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha.